What's up guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sherman, also known as Idiot Stick, and you may recognize that name from dominating the kill feed in PUBG, because I've been on a tear lately on them chicken dinners. But I'm coming to you guys with an interesting first look at a crazy fun new arena shooter that is flying under everybody's radar, okay? Nobody's talking about this. Technically, they haven't even announced it yet, okay? It's called PWND, and this game is getting no coverage, and I just participated in the tail end of the alpha, and I want to tell you guys about it, show you guys some gameplay, so check it out. Right off the bat, first impressions are very good, okay? I was most definitely caught off guard in a good way, because I had zero expectations for a game called PWND. And so I started doing a little research, okay? Now, PWND is brought to us by SkyDance Interactive, okay, who recently acquired a cool little studio called The Workshop, okay? So get this, The Workshop launched in 2007 by the co-founder and first few employees of Treyarch. Now, that name might ring a bell, as Treyarch was bought by Activision a while back, and they worked on a bunch of Call of Duty titles, namely the very successful Black Ops series that sold very well, okay? So these guys have quite a bit of experience and have a pretty decent resume. They were responsible for a couple big scenes in Gears of War 4, alright, and they did a bunch of successful ports, namely XCOM 2 to PS4, Xbox One, as well as Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. They collaborated with Bethesda on An Evil Within, and they also worked with Gearbox on a DLC for Borderlands 2, okay? So it's, you know, it's no wonder the game looks and plays like it does, with DNA like that. The game looks great. It's in Unreal Engine 4, so of course it's beautiful. PWND definitely takes advantage of the dynamic lighting that Unreal Engine 4 does so well. The graphics are colorful and oversaturated, but not too much, and it performs as well as it looks. I had no frame drops during heavy action, which is pretty much all the time, okay? It's crazy, but not too crazy. And, you know, after you get one match in you, you're going to have a pretty good idea of how the game plays and what strategies you're going to try to use on your next match. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're going to get your butt kicked the first match, but never do you feel overwhelmed, mainly because it's easy to control. Now, all the characters' main weapons are variations of rocket launchers, and that's exactly the gun you want in an arena shooter. It's the best gun in Quake, you know? Since everything's moving so fast, and you need that splash damage to hit people. So check it out. Players have a movement ability like a hover or a double jump or a super jump, along with a primary and secondary ability. That's it. And it feels like the key bindings are mapped up in a natural way that's easy to pick up. I personally wasn't a fan of the controls in Overwatch. They felt clunky and weird. This is simple. Mouse button 1, 2, 3, you shoot to kill. Now after you kill someone is where it gets interesting. It's not over. Alright, once you down an enemy, you have to finish him off by what's called pwning them, okay, which is doing a crazy dance on top of their dead body, basically. It's a lot like the kill confirmed in Call of Duty, where you have to kill the enemy and then grab the dog tags for it to count. So once you shoot an enemy and deplete their life, you down them, okay, and once you're downed, you can crawl around very slow, and you can, if you're lucky, you can run over a health pickup and you'll be back to life. Or your teammates can also revive you. But the object of the game, the main way you score points is by standing above an enemy, holding down the pwn button, which is E, and this little timer will show up and you'll start dancing hilariously over the enemy, embarrassing them, basically pwning them, alright? Now you're vulnerable when you're pwning the enemy. You can get shot at and killed, which denies the pwn. So the smart thing to do is to pick your opponent up and carry them out of the action so you can do your dancing and pwning and not get killed. There's even special places where you can get double points if you pwn them on like a special target. Now I only got to play one map, but it was very well thought out. You wall jump, and that's a main mechanic, but it's easy to pick up. There's no like running on walls and jumping and rocket booster crap. It's very simple. Just a simple wall jump. And you're going to need to do that because there's a lot of verticality and cool little spots throughout the map. I was very surprised on how well the map was designed and how well it flowed. A lot of times, arena shooters will scare people off because you have to have laser reflexes and have to have the map memorized. This was very forgiving and simple to pick up. And it was pretty addicting all at the same time. You know, it works well. Things like having Discord built in for communication, it's just well thought out. And after my first match, I was ready to get right back in and do some pwning. And that's what you want. It's got that it. And those are all things you want, like I said, you know. So definitely keep an eye out for PWND from SkyDance Interactive. That hits early access on Steam today. Link below, right down there. Okay, you can pick it up, install it, start playing right now. It's going to be launching with 3 maps and 4 characters, and I got to talk to the devs a little bit. They have plans for a lot more, and they really seem to love this project. It's a labor of love. Like the Discord and all the communication and stuff is just, they do that all on their own. And they really want to connect with the community, and Discord is like the perfect place for, you know, to harbor that type of deal. You know, and it's, like I said, it's just a fun game. It's not some trash, random first-person shooter, you know, on the PC from some developer making their first game. You know, and with the acquisition by SkyDance Interactive, the funding's there. From the article I read, plenty of funding's there. And that's really important if you're going to commit, you know, and dive into early access. You know, these guys have been successful in the past, and, you know, what they've done is taken elements from the arena shooter, which is currently making a huge comeback right now, big time. You got Quake Champions, which also has the hero element with special abilities like Overwatch, but it just doesn't, it doesn't feel right, you know? And you also got Lawbreakers, which is absolutely garbage. I'm not even talking more about Lawbreakers. You know, and Quake had nightmarish performance issues when its beta launched, and they're still working on those issues today, right now. Okay, PWND in alpha, which is what I gotta play, ran better than Quake does right now. And you know, with Quake, you know, I just didn't have as much fun as I thought. I got really excited. Okay, I had an itch for a new, fun arena shooter that would bring the same type of enjoyment that Unreal Tournament did, you know, back in the day. And PWND seemed to scratch that itch. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. I had zero expectations for this game, and I was pleasantly surprised. That's usually how it works, you know. So guys, do yourself a favor. Check out PWND on Steam with the link below. You can pick it up today and install it. Hop right on, start pwning people. I will have a full review coming very soon while I dive deeper into the gameplay and the nuances and the character customization, all that good juicy stuff. Also, it's a good idea to follow me on Twitter so you can stay up to date on when the next videos are coming out, and also when I will be live streaming this game. You know, after I spend a little bit of time with it, of course. Come hang out, check the game out for yourself, and let me know what you think. So guys, there it is. First look at a crazy little arena shooter that is totally snuck under the radar. The devs told me they haven't really even announced it yet. So I'm kind of stoked to give you guys a first look at it, and you know, let me know what you think. You know, go ahead and do all that YouTube stuff, subscribe, thumbs up, all that stuff. I got a lot of good stuff coming. I feel like I'm starting to grasp this YouTube thing and this Twitch thing. It's kind of been like the preseason. I haven't done a whole lot of promoting yet, but you know what? Preseason's over. The regular season's approaching, and I'm ready to go. So guys, thank you so much for listening to the video and checking out PWND. Million other idiot sticks you could be watching on YouTube, but you're watching me, so I appreciate it, guys, and I'll talk to you next time.